Hi, this is Posh Butter, and this video is on the top 10 beginner weapons in Phantom Forces. This is in no particular order, and I know starting out is hard because I did on a Mac. So these weapons should definitely help you out. So yeah, take a look. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, but might as well try, right? This video, I'd like to shout out Surface Iguana. He left a comment, liked, and subscribed, so I'm shouting him out. Go check him out. If you want to be shouted out in the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe you will be picked to be shouted out. Thank you. The first weapon I'm going to show off in this video is the AK-12. You get this at rank 0, so it's right at the beginning of the game, so any beginner can pick this up literally. I'm using generally early game equips, and you don't really even need them. I'm just using them because I can. Generally use Delta Sight on assault rifles because you can, but this has does 33 damage and falls off to 22 damage at like 20 damage at 120 studs, which is really good. Has generally good accuracy. Its fire modes are automatic, burst, and semi. So in general, this thing holds like 30 ammo. It can do a lot of damage, at least for a beginner. And this is what one of the main weapons, depending on your playstyle, is going to be one of the weapons you use to get out of it. So here's just going to be a clip of me playing with it so you can see how this weapon can be considered pretty good. As you just saw, I already just got a kill. Just gonna go in. There is another one. Yeah, this thing actually has some medium range potential right there, as you just saw. We're just gonna move on to point A. It's gonna go on. As you saw, this is pretty good, and as a beginner weapon, I would suggest you use this when you can. So the next weapon I'm going to show you is the AN-94. You get this weapon at rank 10. Surprisingly, that's extremely early. It's the second assault rifle you get. I use a Delta Sight, a muzzle brake, 2 green lasers, and no special ammos, just like defaults. In general, this thing has extremely good stats even without all these additions on it. It has 30 ammo capacity, a semi, a burst, and an auto fire mode. And here I'm just going to show you how good this weapon is. I generally use auto because I'm dumb and I don't know what I'm doing, because everyone else uses burst like smart players, but I'm not a smart player, I'm just a player. So yeah, I just got killed by an off H-bar, but that's not the point. As you can see, that thing, this weapon, the AN-94, it killed him extremely fast. And as you can see, look at that nearly zero recoil right there. That's really good. That's another kill. We're gonna go around, and maybe find someone. Up there, maybe? Someone, please? Put me out of my misery so I can go record the next weapon. Or not. See, this weapon's really good. I mean, it doesn't shoot as fast as some of the other assault rifles, but that's fine, because it just does so much damage per shot. And as you can see, I'm just going around. I've been throwing myself in their faces because I really want to go record the next weapon, but they just cannot kill me. The issue was, when I was recording this earlier, I just kept dying. Maybe I'll just end the recording. Whatever. So yeah, that's the AN-94. The next weapon we're going to be using is the Remington 870. It's a rank 11 shotgun, probably my favorite weapon on this list, and I love using this. I have 1,529 kills. Yes, my setup is a little more advanced, but mainly the more advanced thing is the flechette. You can still do fine without them. For example, the majority of the time, I did not have flechette or the coyote sight. I just used like 2 green lasers, and that got me the majority of my kills until I could get myself up to like chainsaw grip. But this is setup's much more similar to what you guys are gonna have. So this is what I suggest, and if I can, I'll show you how good this weapon is if I can find anyone. I finally waited for a good map for this, but if I can't find anyone... Okay, so I may have died, but as you can see, you can get kills from incredibly far away. I mean, it isn't KS-23M, which is basically the definition of a which is basically the definition of a shotgun sniper. This is closer to a shotgun DMR. It's still extremely good, and yes, technically it would fit. It shoots faster. It's better in some ways, but it doesn't do as much damage. As you can see, that's a kill just right there. You have a ton of shots as well, much more than KS-23M. Double, actually. So, it's just really good. And you can actually overload it to 7, which is just a nice tidbit for you to know. There's a kill. Okay, here's the good spots. Now we wait here. Maybe. I don't know. Or not. Okay. There you go. And let's see if we can get one more kill. There you go. Wait, there's another one. See, this weapon is the best. There you go. That's 2 more. There you go. But as you can see, that's really good. That's extremely good. The next weapon we're going to be going over is the Intervention. The Intervention is without a doubt one of my favorite snipers. I do use an S-bolt, but you can still do it pretty well without it. You can also use, on the underbarrel, you're going to want to get a skeleton grip. I mean, it's possible to play without it, but it becomes so much better once you do. Also the S-bolt, but S-bolt, it's possible to play without. It is really nice though to play with S-bolt, because what it allows you to do is you don't need to zoom out and then reload. It will just reload while you're zoomed in, so you can still keep your eye on the enemy and stuff. So that's always really nice to have. Oh, I thought I could get that. I probably shouldn't have thought that. That was not very smart of me, but, there you go. Take that. Why is this working? This shouldn't be working. Okay, but as you saw, it's really good, and you get this weapon at rank 0, so I suggest you take advantage of it and use it. The next weapon we're going to use is the SKS. The SKS you get at rank 13. It's not the best, it's definitely not the worst, but it will help you in your beginning. I mean, it helped me a lot. It's been forever since I used this, but I know it's for a beginner, it's really good. God, this sight confuses me. It looks so big, and then when you zoom in, and it's so small. But hey, it's been forever since I've used this, but also one of the main components of why this gun is so good. You have so much fun using it for some reason. I don't know why it's so much fun to use. It's your average. It's your average DMR, not worse a lot of time. But oh, it's fun. I don't know why. It's one of the most fun DMRs. But as you saw there, I got a few kills. I suggest you use this. It's a fun weapon. Okay, so our next weapon is the M16A3. Yes, this is a rank 31 weapon. But yes, I would still consider this early rank because in these areas, your XP is only going to be 30,000, not 90,000 or the 100,000s to rank up. And if you use the weapons I was showing you earlier, you should get to this pretty fast. The M16A3 is without a doubt one of the best assault rifles in the game. It's kind of like a poor man C7A2, which means it's basically a laser that does a ton of damage. This is like the assault rifle of the game that a ton of like medium, beginner, late game players use. It's the iconic assault rifle, and no, I do not use this that much because I have the C7A2, and this is a poor man's version, so I personally don't prefer using this when I have other options. This gun also doesn't suit my playstyle very perfectly, but for the average player, this is extremely good. Especially when you have good attachments, unlike me, because my setup is trash, so it's really hard to actually aim and hit with it. But most players can get a really good setup early game. I just haven't bothered searching up for one or anything remotely close to that. But as you can see, it is definitely getting kills. You can't deny that fact, because it is. And I'm terrible at it. I'm sure if you guys actually, this weapon suit your playstyle, or you actually have okay attachments for it, and they're probably even lower level attachments than what I'm using. I'm just bad. Don't let the kills I'm getting say otherwise. I'm actually just bad. I think these may just be bad players. You have to understand, maybe I'm actually good. Oh god, the lag. Okay. But I play around players that are rank 200 plus, which really makes you seem small. But as you can see, I'm popping those kills. This is generally low compared to some of the other weapons you're gonna get and use. And if this suits your playstyle, the AK-12 will almost definitely suit it. So you're gonna get here pretty fast. So yeah, I suggest using the M16A3. The next weapon I'm gonna suggest is Rattle. It's not the best, not the worst, but it is really good. Saying you get this in your rank 14, rank 16. It's a very simple, very basic assault rifle, and it does the job it needs to do. It has extremely good stats, especially for when you get it. I wouldn't say it's the best at anything, and I have nothing on it. Seriously, maybe if I were to add a good optic, maybe even this would be so much better. But let's say we use these, a EOTech, in the low-level EOTech site. This feels much better to use. You get those shots off. It's just extremely good. There you go. Okay, so I got there, but fact is, this is one, without a doubt, a really good beginner weapon. So the next weapon we're going to go over is the M4A1. This is for you out there that like the assault rifle, the automatic style of gameplay, but guns like the AK-12 just doesn't fit for you, and I understand that completely well. In fact, when I began the game, I was a sniper, and yes, I was bad on it because I was on a bad Mac, but it just did not allow me to use the assault rifle class, which I do love now. But if you want to be able to transition through classes, I suggest the carbine as the M4A, known as the M4A1, is it's really good as carbine for when you get it. You get this at literally rank 0. Look at that. That's a double kill right there. That's a quad kill. Wait, what? Really? Point is, look, this has like the only sight I have on this is a Zip 22, which is the one of the first attachments you're gonna get for a weapon. This gun is insane. As you can see, I have like so many kills already with this. A 7 kill streak already. Just with this gun alone. It's a beginner weapon. Literally rank 0. I definitely suggest you use this because this is getting so many kills for some reason. Some really weird reason. Okay, so that was close though. 3 health. I have to say, I'm actually having a lot of fun here. I don't know why. But something about going back and checking out earlier game weapons is just really fun. Just go around and let's take a check. And well, I died, but as you can see, this is an extremely good weapon. Please use it. The next weapon I'm going to show off is the MP7. The MP7 is a rank 9, so extremely early game, some SMG. Personally, I don't use this that much because like one of the first weapons I bought with my credits was a Chris Vector, but I've been killed by this a lot. I've killed a good amount of people a lot with this. I mean, I'm not the best with it, I would say. I'm better at many other weapons, but as you can see, I'm getting a good few amount of kills just at the beginning here. I'll just stop while I'll be speaking, but I'll just focus more on the gameplay. The guy with the FNOS F1 literally didn't just come behind and kill me, and not triggered, mind you. There you go, that's already 1 kill. And that's already getting killed, thanks Colt LNG. Not salty. Also, if anyone says they're not toxic playing Phantom Forces, they're lying. Anyone that plays Phantom Forces is toxic. And if you use the BFG, I will personally come to you and slay you, because BFG is evil, and you should just know that as a fact. It sounds good on paper, an extremely powerful, basically a cannon. If you hit, is like a guaranteed kill. Too bad, you need to have a little bit, to even use it, you have to have somewhat accurate. Its muzzle velocity is terrible, which basically means you can shoot it, and you need to aim way above their heads if you want it to hit. Because that's just how bad it is. Its reload is super long. So if you want to get a kill, and you miss the shot, you're going to be the one that gets killed. So good luck using that weapon. But as you can see here, the MP7, way better, does a ton of damage, and this was just with basic attachments, I suggest. And finally, this is not my favorite gun on the video, but it's a good gun, the AUG A1. This will be basically your introduction to the AUG series. It's rank 20, so in general, I'd still consider it pretty early ranks. I currently only have 5 kills on it, but that's because I launched straight into the AUG A2, AUG A3 of the AUG series before I learned just how good the AUG series is. The AUG series of guns, they're infamous for having, no recoil. I mean, they have some recoil, but, it's very, there's, you barely, maybe the AUG A1, but on all the other guns in the AUG series, you barely even need to work on attachments for stability. You have to do a little bit for the AUG one, but the other one, but mind you, this is a rank 20 gun, so extremely early. The other ones you don't even need to bother. Of course. You know when you get mad because someone kills you with what you're doing and you call them toxic and then you're actually the toxic one, except because you're the one doing it. Alright, this also has an alternate zoom, which you can enter by clicking T. Just so you know. No, this is not, and before all of you in the comment section go, your list sucks and stuff. This was not meant to be the best list. This top 10 in no particular order. And this is very opinion based because each person is actually different. Did you know that? Yeah. So before yelling at me, think with your brains. And this is for the average player, not for your particular niche of play style. Sorry, I just had to rant off about that because people, am I right? So, see, this gun has an insanely low recoil, especially when you get it. Any gun can become very good with the right attachments, but these guns are in general low-level attachments most of the time, and you can get started up with them extremely early in the game. I have guns in this video that are low level at the very beginning, medium low level, which means like rank 10-ish, and just like medium low level. So like rank 20, rank 30. These sound like big numbers. They may seem big, but you're not going to notice while playing, but these ranks will fly by, especially those early ones that are only 30. And I'll later also release a video on how to rank up fast, and a video on my game settings so you can actually have fun while playing. Because the defaults are crap. Have a good day. Did you know I have a Twitch? Yeah. So check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/poshbutter. We have fun. Go check it out. Yeah. Do you know I have a Discord? Yeah, so if you want to go check out my Discord, there will be a link in the description below. It's very lonely, but if you're there, it will be less lonely. So yeah, go check it out. We'll have fun.